Hello, what's up, everyone? I hope everything is going good and you have practiced about if and else a lot. So now let's do something new. What if we had more than one conditions to check at once, or maybe let's say to deal with more than one cases? You saw that time we applied two if and two else. It was not really working fine, right? So we would be working with something better, and that is known as elif. All right. So let me just create a new file quickly, Python file, and let me name it as if elif else. Now, if I talk about if elif else, let's do our first program over here. Before that, I would also like to tell you about a little basic rule how to use elif. You can use as many as elif you want in the with that if statement. That means you need to at least have one if to start with a else elif thing. So you need one if, not more than one if. Then you have else. But where does elif come? Elif comes always in the middle. That is here. That means this is her, but you can add as many elifs you want. 10, 20, 30, 40, it's completely up to you. But it should always be in middle. Elif actually basically what it means is else if. If you are coming from any other background like Java or C, you must have known that it is else if, as we write in other languages. All right, so let me just clear up everything and let's start with the coding. So what will be the first thing that we would be doing? So let's talk about my marks. All right, so my marks, the thing which I have written in front of you right now, my and capital M, this capital M and small m, like my marks, this is known as camel casing. My marks, ENGLISH. See, all the words I'm writing down in capital instead of giving underscore, right? This is known as camel casing. Like this is normal, but it doesn't look good, right? But if I write V capital, definitely you are able to differentiate what exactly I've written. So either you can give an underscore with a small v, or you can simply write down capital V, and this is known as camel casing. All right, great. So now let's proceed with my marks, and let's say my marks is equal to 70, and I want to know the grade of my marks. All right, so what is the first thing which you need to check? Let's say, let me give you a little background of this before. That is, let's say if you get 90 or more than 90, that is 90 plus, then you will get a A plus grade. Okay. If you get something like 80 or 80 plus, that means in between this 81, 82 till 89, this will give you A. All right. Then if let's say, let's just drop down to 50 now. If it is greater than or equal to 50, that means 50 plus. Basically, this will give you B. And if you have anything lower than this, it will give you a C grade. Okay. So let's code for this right now so that you get the feel of how if else works. All right. Great. So my marks is 70, and let's find out which grade it is. And you can also actually do something like you can create this for your friends, put in their number and find out their grade. You can do some funny stuff with this also. All right, so let's continue. If my marks is greater than equal to 90, then print your grade is A plus. All right, cool, works fine. Now, after this, that's what you need to check. That is after if, since we have many cases, instead of writing else, I'll write down elif. Elif, definitely you need to give the condition, because there is only one thing where you can't give the condition, and that is else statement. You can't give any. All right, so how are you getting all these stuff? This is because of the prettifier. I'm sure you won't get this exactly as you see over here, because I have a plugin installed. Actually, let me show you the plugin a little later. Let me complete this first. AD, then you would be getting a A, then again a elif. My marks is greater than 50, greater than equal to 50. I should print, it is, let's say, B, and last but not the least, I'll just add a else statement, and I'll write down print do. You need to focus. Grade C. All right. So let me run this and let's see. My grade is B. Okay. Now, if I change this number to, let's say, 99, it will still tell me that it's A plus. But now, what if someone enters its number as 110? What about that? What do you think will happen? It'll say A plus, but that shouldn't happen, right? You should always be checking that the number should be not more than 100. And if it is more than 100, you need to find out what to do. You need to say you can't enter a number more than 100. So for that, what we can do, we can just take if the my marks is greater than 100. Print let's say if someone got extra marks for good handwriting, cool, we can write that down. We can write anything we want, definitely. But yes, now we are having two ifs. So let's try what it does. See, 110 is giving me two things. So definitely we don't want this. That is the reason I told you that we should use only one if. Okay, cool. Let me run it again. See, extra marks for good handwriting. So you have got 110 and you got extra marks for your good handwriting. Cool. So this is how we use else, and else if and if. altogether. All right. Now, these are the keywords. These are the keywords. And there are also few keywords which I talked to you about was and there was or and not. So let's talk about that as well, but in the next tutorial. For this session, it would be this much. Play around this. Try to add more condition. What if the person gives the negative points? What if the person gives fractional points, divisional points? Just whatever is in your mind, just try and check it out, because practice will only make you perfect. All right, on this note, I take a leave, and let's meet on the next video where we would be learning about how to deal with and, or, and not. Have a good day. Thank you.